Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
Up next, it's the 2K Sports pregame show. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche Payday. A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Now Sacramento starting five. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. And for San Antonio, Jakob Poeltl out there with DeRozan. Then there's Derek White. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
Now here's Murray. Following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Here's Poeltl. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
What I really like about Poeltl is the soft hands. He's got excellent hands. You can't teach that. And he's got a nice stroke from mid-range.
Tips it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Murray, no good. For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's Bielitsa. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
And Greg, the foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's Poeltl. The Kings getting the bucket. White looking around. Murray, good. Aren't some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner, and that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the move, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Fox, the putback. It's good on the putback.
Barnes is strong and athletic, aggressive on the glass, not afraid to get in there and mix it up.
Murray with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Fires top of the key. Again, the miss by the Spurs. For Sacramento, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Healed with it. Now guarded by Murray. Healed the pass to Fox. Lets the 3 fly. A new 14 for the Kings. Holmes, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's DeRozan, who's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas. Spurs working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he drops it in from the low post. DeRozan's got his second basket of the game.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
Murray against Fox. Get the shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for Murray. Then for the Kings, Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Giles comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Barnes. Now here's Mills. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Dallas. From 12 feet out. Shot by Zeller, no good. Kings leading now by 3. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. To the inside. They kick out to Heel. Back to Giles. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. On the free throw, no good. Got it up. That one misses. And so the first quarter is in the books. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching for the Kings, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Alex Len out there with Giles, and it's Bazemore at the small forward.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much.
Boy, when you see Bellinelli playing with this kind of aggressiveness, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And the Spurs making a change here. White's checked in. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Kings. The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
Now here's Gay. What a tremendous game he played against Dallas. Lets it go from the wing. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Here's Parker and the dunk by Parker.
Oh, I like the craftiness of Parker at finding ways to get into the lane. Always looking to punch it down.
Count that one, and the Sacramento lead has been cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Patrick Mills. Hield against White. Parker outside. Passes to Len. All right, Clark, game is on the line. One free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great name. Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Zeller. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. Bogdanovich with it, now guarded by Murray. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. That one drops for him. Now just a 3-point Sacramento lead.
Well, you look at Murray, and I think he's most effective in the open court. That's really where he does much of his damage on the break.
Here's Len. Second chance shot. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Left side, Walker. Second shot opportunity.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
First free throw is good. Some changes for Sacramento. Bielitsa comes in for Alex Len, and De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Joseph. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's Fox. Sacramento again missing. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. DeRozan's shot is off. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. San Antonio trailing here. Outside DeRozan. Uncovered. Nice shot by Poeltl. Poeltl's got his second basket of the night.
And Poeltl has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Now here's Parker. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Bielitsa passes to Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
And how about the quickness from Parker on the break? I mean, there's only so much you can do when he's sprinting the court like that.
For 3, Murray drains the three-pointer. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Inside, knocks it loose. It's stolen by DeRozan. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
San Antonio making a switch here. Forbes checked in, and a change for the Kings. Harry Giles is checked in for Jabari Parker. Now here's Walker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Outside, Fox. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. There's the 3. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs.
And when Poeltl sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
In transition, here come the Spurs. And it's good for 2. Here's Fox. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
Well, you look at...
And so we wrap up the first half. It's San Antonio.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period. And that'll do.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been quite a game for DeJounte Murray.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got DeRozan. Murray out there with Derek White. Then there's Poeltl, and it's Walker in at the 3 spot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Now here's Murray. And And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Fox.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
Fox with it. He's covered by Murray. Hurdle with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Well, you look at DeRozan's game, and he's a powerful finisher. That's really one of the main staples of his attack. DeJounte Murray played just one season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
San Antonio with the ball. Sacramento making their last shot. Here's White. And a miss there on the triple.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those specially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
Shot from the wing. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
You know, sometimes the defense isn't expecting Murray to pull up off the dribble. Maybe they should be.
Fox lays it up and banks it in. Fox has got 5 now.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Murray dishes to White. And stolen by Bielitsa. Bogdanovich passes to Fox. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. He's got 7.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Getting good positioning close to the basket.
The Kings trail by 7. To the middle, trying to find Holmes. Gets it to him. And that one, good.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Murray against Fox. And it's White missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Walker against Barnes. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
Taking a look here at numbers for Barnes, he's been more than solid over the last month. Averaging about 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
And it goes down 2 points. Hield's got his first points of the game.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Now here's Gay. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And a change for the Kings. Giles is checked in. Here's Joseph. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Pass to Bazemore. Just 3 to shoot. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And it's Giles missing. Stolen. To the paint for the lead. In deep. Bazemore drops it in. Bazemore's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Giles. Yes, and the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Sacramento shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the 3rd quarter. Both teams putting up points. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Sacramento. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Parker out there with Giles, and it's Len in at center.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
To the right side. And Forbes kicks to Mills. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And good that time.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Fox. That shot, no good. Gay with the defensive effort.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Bellinelli. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Kings. And the basket is good.
Boy, dictating the action. That's what Forbes does here on the drive. And that's what I tell him to keep doing.
Fox passes to Giles. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for San Antonio. The Kings also with the sub. Kent Bazemore's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. Murray against Bazemore. This one for 3. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Parker. Count that bucket. And the Kings lead by 5.
And I like his muscular body. This guy is able to body up defenders and still get the shot that he wants. He's excellent at finishing through contact.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Hield finds Bazemore. Pass to Parker. Here's Barnes. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Oh, I tell you, I love seeing Barnes take these shots. Doesn't get overwhelmed, doesn't rush it, takes his time, and delivers. His game continuing to evolve, guys, and shots like this prove Murray is the real deal.
Here's Parker again, Sacramento.
Really impressed by the attitude of Parker, commanding the rock in crucial moments. That's big.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And the Spurs with some changes. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's White in for Bryn Forbes. Out left to the wing. DeRozan against Parker. The kick out to Barnes. From outside the arc, they grab their own miss.
Oh, I tell you what, tremendous work rate in getting to the glass by Parker. If you don't box him out, he'll make you pay for it.
Here's DeRozan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for San Antonio.
Good on the first, and that turns the lead to 6.
It's understandable that DeRozan was hurt when the Raptors traded him. He used it, though, in a positive way to motivate himself to playing at a high level in San Antonio.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Rashad Holmes, he's checked in for Harry Giant. Bielitsa comes in for Parker, and De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Kent Bazemore. Yes, that goes in. And the Kings lead by 7.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Murray's good.
Well, that floater is a shot Murray's had his whole life, guys. The first time I saw him back in college, I could tell right away, instant, what a great feel he had for that shot.
1:05 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Holmes. And Pirtle pulls it down. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Back to Walker. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Fox kicks to Hield. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the pass to Holmes. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And that one really took the air out of this crowd.
Just like that. I mean, you could hear a pin drop in here. Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
Walker finds Murray. Pirtle trying to get open. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
Yeah, you know, Murray plays with an intelligence and a poise that belies his years. I mean, this guy rarely forces things. He's very good at allowing things to come to him, and just has a nice rhythm and pace he plays with.
Holmes passes to Fox. Lays it up off the glass.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
So it's Sacramento picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All
It's time. Everybody welcome the Oklahoma City Thunder starting five. The other forward at 6'3" inches.
Good Friday. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And checking out Sacramento, down 5 spots from them.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but just give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
The resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa, and it's Holmes in at center. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at small forward.
What a gorgeous move by Barnes. I'll tell you, you play him to just rise up and shoot, but he can also put it on the deck.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmes with the steal. It's Bielitsa. That one, no good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz. We've played just over a minute here in the first. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Gallinari. And it's Bielitsa with the foul. That's his first foul. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason. Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide-open shooter.
Outside, Bogdanovich jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Adams.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Paul passes to Gallinari. Over Fox. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Barnes looking around. And Fox has it in the corner. Off target from outside.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Hields checked in for the Kings. Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Barnes passes to Hield. Trying to find Fox. Gets it to him.
Boy, this guy is such a defensive stalwart. Steven Adams' size and timing. Send it back, Steven.
Shoots from the right block. And the bank shot is good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Holmes kicks to Barnes. In the corner, it's Hield. The pass to Fox. Just 5 on the clock. Over Paul. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Tries again. Here's Holmes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Dort. His last outing, he had 8 points. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And Fox has it in the corner. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Back to Fox. Pass to Hield. They need this one. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Here's Dort. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And the Kings making a change here. Alex Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Harry Giles comes in for Harrison Barnes. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for De'Aaron Fox. Now here's Len. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. And out of bounds is the Thunder gain possession. And the Thunder making a switch here. Ferguson's checked in.
Terrence Ferguson.
The Thunder leading by 5. And here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah. He kicks it to Muscala. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game.
The steals thing is...
You hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for Oklahoma City right now, Dennis Schroeder is out there with Diallo. Then there's Gallinari. And there's Nerlens Noel, and it's Nader in at the 3. Good ball movement here by the Kings, and they take the lead.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Now here's Schroeder. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot clock at 6. Diallo, no good. The Kings leading.
And Doris, hard to find many arenas that have a better home court advantage than Oklahoma City.
Greg, it is the only show in Oklahoma City, and this arena gets loud. The fans come out every game. There is no doubting this is one of the best arenas in the NBA.
And it's in there.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Joseph with the ball. Diallo's there. Thunder shooting the ball at 42%. Pass to Gallinari. The putback. Kicks it to Noel. Pass to Nader. Now here's Diallo. Here's Nader. Schroeder looking around. Tries it again. Misses off the left iron. The Kings have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Knocked away and stolen by Diallo. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Nader's shot's good. Nader's got his second basket of the night.
And now that's how you start a fast break and how you finish it.
Bazemore on the wing. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And the call will be against Alex Lamb. That's his first foul. And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Sacramento making some changes. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 5 now for Oklahoma City. Here's Parker and the dunk by Parker.
Listen, Jabari Parker can flat out score. We know this. You know, obviously it's been a tough go for Jabari Parker out of the gates in his career. He had to handle a couple of injuries early, but this is a former number 2 overall pick. And what we know unequivocally is this guy can put the ball in the basket. Can he find the right situation where he can flourish?
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. And the shot goes in. Paul's got his second basket. The Kings trail by 4. And for Parker, who has had to fight back from injuries, sometimes the motivation seems to be lacking.
Well, Jabari Parker doesn't turn heads on the defensive end, and so that's part of what gets him off the floor at times. He needs to make sure that not only is he interested in scoring, but he's got to be willing to make stops as well.
Yep, it counts.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's the pass to Bielitsa. 52 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Gallinari against Barnes. Pass to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Gallinari right side. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score, who lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so it's Oklahoma City with a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They saw their lead grow.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
On the floor for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the center position. Now, here is Gallinari. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Rejected by Holmes. Down low, Fox with the steal.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Adams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Or as you think about the anchor of this team, Steven Adams just holds it down in the middle.
Oh, Steven Adams does so much, but it all starts on the defensive end with this guy. He takes away so much space on the interior. He is commanding on the backboards. He contests shots. Everything you could hope for, Steven Adams brings.
Noel's checked in for the Thunder. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Now here's Paul. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Dort. Noel trying to break loose, and no good.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Healed with the bucket.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
The Thunder leading by 6. Paul dishes to Adams. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Steven Adams is improving on the offensive end, and given his size and strength, he's effective from inside.
Shot by Hield, nobody around. That 3 off the mark.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
It's Bielitsa. It's rebounded by Paul. Paul's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Dort, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Fox against Paul. Passes it to Adams. Doris, if I were to ask you right now in the league who has the most unstoppable shot, who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back 3 will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Right?
Yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now. Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Count that one.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Here's Paul. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Paul's got the lead up to 10 now for Oklahoma City. Feeds to Fox. And he uses the glass on the layup. Fox has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Back to Paul. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the third.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Well, you're trying to end the quarter the right way. It takes awareness and it takes discipline.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's Paul. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Paul looking over the floor. Pass to Adams. Back to Paul. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Joseph. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Parker. That shot missing. And so it's Oklahoma City with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander pair up in the backcourt. Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward position. And it's Muscala in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
That's his first personal foul. Shot, Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And so he makes both from the line. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 8-point game. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Gallinari with the steal. Here's Robertson. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. And the Thunder lead by 10. The Kings shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Now here's Bazemore, defended by Robertson. Bogdanovich, and right on target. Good. The Thunder leading by 8. Here's Muscala. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal foul.
That's good from Muscala. Harry Giles is checked in for Sacramento. Fox comes in for Corey Joseph. Both shots good from the stripe.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Bogdanovich passes to Giles.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Good on the second free throw. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Ball against Fox. Pass to Baisley. 6 to shoot. From 15 feet away, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Bogdanovich. Good on the baseline, Jay. Bogdanovich has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, what a great setup by Alex Len, developing such a good feel for the game.
Paul outside. Passes it to Muscala. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Alex Len picks one up.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game. For many years, he's made everyone around him better.
Barnes, he's checked in for Alex Len. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Sacramento making a switch here. Bielitsa's checked in. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Gallinari's got the lead up to 12 now for Oklahoma City.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Barnes outside. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Listen, Kev, this guy not an easy guy to rattle. Barnes finishing through contact for the +1.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Giles, and it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. The Kings trail by 10 to the paint. Here's Hield. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Paul dishes to Gallinari. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Back to Gallinari. Pocket 4. Oklahoma City moving it around. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Kings running out of time. Fox with it. Three-pointer, Hield. The Thunder pull it in. Paul's got his 5th rebound in this one. Dort passes to Paul. Here's Dort. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Fox and the Kings check on 2 more. The Thunder leading by 8. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. Noel passes to Paul. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Guarded by Fox. Puts it up from 12. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for 1 more coming up.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
The free throw drops for Hield.
We all know Hield can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game.
Now here's Paul. Gallinari outside. Back to Paul. Pass to Noel. Gallinari outside. From deep 3-point range. The rebound by Hield. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Fox. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
Gallinari outside. It's stolen by Hield to tie it up. But they'll get another chance. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are...
All right, David, thank you. Well,
RPM tech benefits the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20 and first looks at what's coming.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just it's Friday night, and DA. Well, what a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there at Bialys, and it's Holmes in at the 5 spot. And for New Orleans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 1. Bogdanovich against Holiday. Pass to Holmes. Brent, 2 explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. Shot clock at 2. Holmes controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Ball dishes to Ingram. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Ingram's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Ball against Fox. Out to the right wing. Here's Holmes. No good. Great D that time from Favors. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Fox, no good. The Pelicans have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Got a hand on it. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Kings. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
And so here's Sacramento. The Pelicans make their last shot. Holmes finds Fox. Sacramento again missing.
His teammates cannot be happy with him, guys. He would have been better off resetting the offense and looking for a better shot opportunity.
Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Well, this season, the Pelicans finally getting themselves their own G League affiliate, the Erie Bayhawks in Pennsylvania. And in 2022, they'll move closer with renovations to the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. And when that's completed, it's really going to help out the young core and the draft picks that have been collected by David Griffin to do some player development. It's going to keep this team competitive for a very long time.
Bogdanovich now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Bogdanovich focused on scoring on the inside, and when he gets close to the basket, it looked like he was hungry to get 2.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And Brett, kind of a musical chair situation for the Bayhawks, the original franchise, this season moving to College Park, Georgia, to become the Skyhawks.
That's right. That team was affiliated with the Atlanta Hawks, and now the Pelicans take over for the next.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Just 5 to shoot. Len passes to Joseph. Another shot, and he nails the jumper. New Orleans leading by 4. Stolen by Len. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's Giles missing. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Hart. Here's Hayes. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Alex Len picks one up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Here's Giles, covered by Hayes. With 4 seconds on the clock, count the basket.
Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Well, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Hart is out there with Hayes. Then there's Okafor. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Jackson in at the point. Joseph looking over the floor. Healed left side. And stolen by Redick. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
It's Redick on the wing. Hart kicks to Redick. The long distance 3 is buried. Redick's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pelicans.
One of the best at moving without the ball. Catch and shoot opportunity for J.J. Redick.
Bazemore dishes the land. Healed the pass to Parker. No one near him. And he overshot that one, missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Okafor kicks to Redick. Takes the 3. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs. Right. So good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make
they're
that
the
your
fourth
playoff.
seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
And stolen by Bazemore. Looking to end the run, and he's fouled pretty hard up, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Oh, great ball movement there.
The Kings making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. For New Orleans, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And that one misses.
Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. Two brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
Favors can't get it to go. The Kings trail by 16. Pass to Holmes. It's Bielitsa. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Bielitsa's got his second basket of the game.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by New Orleans. Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Ingram against Barnes. Now the pass to Holmes. Right wing. Clock at 6. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Kept alive by Sacramento. The kick out to Fox. The three from Barnes sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
The defense better recognize that Harrison Barnes more than capable from there.
And Drew Holiday, one of the three brothers playing in the NBA at the same time. Greg, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumleys for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Eric, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
And the Kings making a change here. Giles is checked in. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. It's deflected and stolen by Bogdanovich. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Barnes, and it's blocked.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
Barnes can't get it to go.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Holiday, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point. And that should...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, he's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
Been aggressive to block shots, but also avoiding fouls. That's a heavy presence inside.
Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Rashawn Holmes out there with Bielitsa, and it's Barnes in at the 3.
Harrison Barnes very comfortable in that catch and shoot. The culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac along with Peja Stojakovic, two of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Now, Drew Holiday can make enough threes to make your defense nervous.
Right side, Bogdanovich. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
Basket good. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Now, here's Bielitsa. D right on him. Shot clock at 6. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break. Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special. Now, flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. New Orleans making some changes here. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball. Then for the Kings, Jabari Parker's checked in for Bielitsa, and it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Some changes for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Favors, and Hayes subbed in for Williamson. Lenz checked in for the Kings. Ken Bazemore comes in for Barnes. Hield attacking, trying to find Parker. He's got it now. No problems knocking that one down. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul trouble. To see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the Summer League where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
And the dunk by Lamb.
Yeah, you're not going to fool around much on the interior, especially if you're Alex Len, that big, that close, easy bucket.
Redick against Hield. That shot off, so the Kings will take it the other way. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Bazemore inside the three-point line. It's rebounded by Hayes. Pelicans leading by 15. Back to Hart. New Orleans moving it around. Redick. But they recover it. The kick out to Holiday. Redick passes to Okafor. From downtown, Redick can't get that one to fall.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Man, that's great signs. Take the contact, keep your focus, and still get the score.
So both teams changing it up here.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Giants. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Hart. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hart's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
In the corner, it's Hield. Wide open look. Kept alive by Sacramento. A second chance effort. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. New Orleans on top, leading by 10. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on.
Plenty of time. Hey, we on.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They're backcourt, Ball and Redick. Then there's Williamson. And it's Melly in at the power forward position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Fox getting in, nifty scoring there, not hesitating inside.
Redick dishes the ball. From the arc. And that's good. J.J. Redick for 3. And the Pelicans lead by 11. Hield left side. Out to Parker. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
Well, he has the green light to shoot it, Kevin. Jabari Parker looking to score in this offense.
Ball stolen. And here we go. Parker heading to the hoop. And the dunk by Parker.
Now that could be a major moment in this game. Just when we thought this contest might be over, a steal, a fast break, and it's hold everything time.
Knocked loose and stolen by Barnes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Barnes right there with nice control as he gets in there driving to the rim.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for the Kings.
In New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
Well, you just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
Ingram kicks the ball. Second chance shot. Here's Favors, and the rejection by Holmes. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Barnes.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
The shot by Redick, no good.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And here are the Kings now. They're on a 10-2 run here. In the corner, it's Hield. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 6 assists in the game.
Now, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there. Just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
And stolen by Williamson. Favors passes the ball. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now a 5-point New Orleans lead.
And he is proving to be a gamer. You got to expect Ball to look to score in these critical stretches of the game.
Here's Hield. Can't hit from in close.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Ball kicks to Favors. Redick for three. They get the rebound.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. To the inside, it's Bielitsa, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Bielitsa can surprise you at times, not just as a shooter, but pump faking, putting the ball on the deck, and trying to become a playmaker. As long as he's under control, he can do some nice things out there.
Drew Holiday's checked in for J.J. Redick.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Well, the quickness of De'Aaron Fox really is incredible. I got a chance to see John Wall early in his career, and it was the speed that we talked about, but speed can kill. And if De'Aaron Fox can control it, he'll be fantastic at creating opportunities for himself and his teammates.
1:30 left in the fourth quarter. The Kings trail by 5. Passes it to Holmes. Now, here's Bielitsa. Over Williamson. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Ingram passes to Williamson. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Pelican lead.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Barnes hits them both.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Inside. And there's Williamson on the assist by Ball. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
And what you love about Williamson, he's not just magnetic and entertaining, he's extremely productive.
Harrison Barnes has been in some big ones, and that's a big shot.
Healed against Holiday. Here's Williamson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the charts.
Bielitsa with it. The kick out to Fox. His three-pointer's off the mark. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the dunk by Williamson.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
On the wing, Hield. Guarded by Holiday. Hield, the pass to Holmes. Over to the left wing. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. Some good. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to a special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
It's time for the NBA. Payday. Well, guys, great vision. David, thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got Jakob Poeltl. Derek White is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. And for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovic pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes, and it's Holmes in at the 5. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. And Bielitsa kicks to Holmes. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Here's Walker. They get it again.
Did you see the height he got on his vertical? I would love to see DeMar DeRozan hit the offensive glass more often.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Poeltl with the steal. Over to the wing. Spurs working the ball around now. And just about a minute into the first quarter. There's Walker with the 3, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And Fox gets it to go. Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this load management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up. They use those guys, and I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, here's Bogdanovic. 9-point game his last outing. Barnes passes to Bielitsa. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
He hits both from the stripe.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. DeRozan with it. Guarded now by Barnes. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, the first 9 seasons of DeMar DeRozan's career in Toronto, it had become home for him. Last season, the adversity of a trade that sent him to San Antonio.
And Smitty, a real adjustment for DeRozan, leaving behind the only NBA team he had ever known after so long.
Yeah, he's been instrumental in taking the Raptors franchise to new heights. A lot of emotions. I think he understands he's going to grow from that experience.
Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans.
And he really controlled the pace of the game by getting to the line. The D could not slow him down, and he took advantage of it.
2 on the clock. Holmes passes to Fox. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for the Kings. Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Right side, White. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Lenz checked in for Rashad Holmes. The Spurs also with the sub. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. Rosen dishes to Gay. Beyond the arc. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay.
How about a look at Harrison Barnes here? He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's getting around 16 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists.
And he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Count that one.
Over the years, Rudy Gay has added a lot of bulk to his frame. You see it right there off contact.
To the middle. Here's Giles. He's covered by Gay. Healed outside. For the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner. Loves pulling the trigger from deep. And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
So it's the Spurs now. The Kings getting the bucket. Fox with the steal. Down low. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, but he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Now Mills. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Dallas. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. No good that time. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
Fox kicks to Hield. Back to Fox. Mills with the steal. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Spurs. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his best.
A lot of people ashamed to talk.
Yet you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Parker out there with Giles, and it's Bazemore at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Now, here's Bazemore. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. Goes back up. Parker's shot is off. San Antonio's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Bellinelli. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
Here's Giles. He's covered by Gay. Here's Giles. Outside, Joseph. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. Zeller grabs the board. Spurs have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Gay can't hit. The Kings trailing. And it's Parker at the elbow. And it's blocked. And he gets it back. Another shot. No good that time. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Mills can't hit.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Here's Gay. Makes it off the glass. Gay's got the lead up to 4 now for the Spurs.
I like how he absorbed contact. Rudy Gay with the body control to finish through it.
No NBA offense is requiring spacing, and Bryn Forbes, a shooter who could not be left open.
Not at all. He's a gunner, still rounding out his game, but the foundation laid is with his marksmanship. Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
And here is Bellinelli. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas. Gay outside. Back to Bellinelli. Zeller passes to Mills. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Giles has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
The pass to Bazemore. Oh, the lob to Parker. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And the Kings lead by 1.
That's what you get from a vet like Bazemore, making the next pass.
Bellinelli gets the bucket.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Pass to Bazemore. Over Bellinelli, and the Kings check on 2 more.
That's good interior D, but Kent Bazemore with great length, able to make the contested shot.
Bellinelli with the 3. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got 6 rebounds in the game. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. A platoon swap here for Sacramento. Now here's DeRozan. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
And that free throw good from DeRozan. And last season, DeMar DeRozan averaging the lowest rate of 3-point attempts of his career.
Kevin, the Raptors had wanted him to shoot more triples. The Spurs were content to put the ball in his hands and let others provide the spacing.
And Holmes throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Murray kicks to Walker. Pass to White. Plenty of space. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Fox.
You watch some of the best defenders in the league.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both. And that's...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's been getting it done is Buddy Hield.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, and sometimes the strategy in that case, don't let anyone else beat you. You know he's going to get his, so try and keep it to that.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We've got Derek White. Pirtle is out there with DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. Inside. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Fox. Barnes has got 5 now.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And they'll keep possession. Out to White. Shot clock at 5. Here's Walker. The shot, no good. Good D by Barnes.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shot just don't go down.
Smitty, certain guys, due to their size or just playing style, are harder to officiate than others. I've always believed
it is. I mean, back in my day, it was Shaq. How do you officiate him? Is he creating contact or he is absorbing contact? James Harden at a guard spot is one of those guys. Giannis, I also think, is one of those guys. And Russell Westbrook. Those are my guys I think that are playing right now.
They're just such different players, aren't they? I mean, they're just very difficult to officiate.
And they play through contact well.
Yes, good point. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
And a quick check of the stats for Bielitsa. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 9 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists.
He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
And Walker kicks to DeRozan. Fox against Murray. Good D by Barnes. Sacramento leading by 6. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Fox passes to Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Sacramento making a switch here. Len's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Gay's checked in. They get it back. Pirtle unable to get that one.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Barnes dishes to Len. Up top, Bielitsa. He's covered by Gay. Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Exceptional work from Barnes. The defense was aggressive with him, but he is so accomplished at finding ways to get the job done around him.
Pirtle finds Murray. It's deflected. To the paint, here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
As the league continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Sacramento. They're 10th in the conference, still looking to claim a spot for the playoffs. And checking out San Antonio, just a couple spots back.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
I thought this might happen. Confidence can take you a long way, but you also have to have the talent to back it up.
Here's Fox. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And now a 12-point Kings lead.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
Barnes against DeRozan. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
Fox passes to Bogdanovich. 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Back to Fox. The rebound by the Spurs.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
For San Antonio, they've hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. The first free throw is good.
I can't wait to see Murray reach his full potential. Reason why? Because he has a lot of it.
Fox looking it over. with 1 on the clock and 2 free throws. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Kings ahead, up 8. We're going to step.
Hey, that's beautiful basketball out there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Spurs trail by 8. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Petering. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Kings. Fox at the point with Heel to his side. They're the backcourt. Bielitsa is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Len in at the 5 spot. Offside Fox. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
And Mills kicks to Pirtle. Mills looking it over. Here's Gay. Pirtle. And finally they hit one.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
On the wing, Heel. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pulls up. And again, it's Sacramento converting. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 10. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. To the inside. Holmes, good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. To the paint. Kings moving the ball around. Second chance shot, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The first one falls. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Kings. Walker's checked in for San Antonio. So much new technology. A lot of it's so exciting, Steve. Did you see the demo of the jersey that can change a player's name and number the other day? Wow, that was something.
I did. I saw the demonstration that Adam Silver did. It is fantastic. I was thinking about myself, Kevin. I played for 7 teams. That's a lot of changing of the name and number.
That really is. Mills passes to DeRozan. Back to Mills. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
All day, Mills will do this for you. Lightning quick on the catch and release.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. White, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. And Bielitsa kicks to hole. Shot by Heel, nobody around. It's good on the putback. And the Kings lead by 10.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
That's what I like to see from DeMar DeRozan. He isn't settling for a jumper. He is going to the rim today.
And Holmes throws it down.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Spurs trail by 10. Murray for 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. Holmes got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Corner, Hield. A three-pointer is right on target. Hield's got the lead up to 13 now for Sacramento. And Murray, here we go. And the shot goes in. Murray's got 9 points here in the second half.
From the moment when he sticks his foot in the ground and puts his head down, DeJounte Murray is explosive and fast.
And here are the Kings now. Hield, the pass to Fox. Back to Hield. Takes a three. Fox, no good.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Bielitsa passes to Holmes. Back to Bielitsa. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by the Kings. It's tipped. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Walker.
Well, we're seeing the defense make adjustments, but DeRozan is making great reads, finding ways to counter.
Pass to Holmes from 12 feet out. It's not going to go for him. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
DeRozan simply rising to the occasion with that make huge shot.
Hield outside. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Guarded by Walker. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. And it's Zimonjic with the rebound. So it's Sacramento picking up the win. Probably a little closer than. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
The dome of the California Capitol building. And we've got, well, it can be a circus. David, thanks. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. And for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the 5 down low. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to New Orleans. No good on that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
And when they kept getting all those gifts, they took advantage. Turnovers don't mean anything unless you turn them into points.
Now here's Barnes. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And Adams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz. And the rejection by Holmes. Pass to Bogdanovich. But they get it back. Passes to Holmes. Out to the wing. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing and adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting. Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah.
Yeah, his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
Now Bogdanovich. After Gallinari missed from long range. Bielitsa with the bucket.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Gallinari finds Paul. Adams trying to free himself up. And Paul gets it to go in.
You can't keep CP3 down. I mean, even when you body him up.
Now Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans. Barnes left side. The pass to Holmes. Clock at 6. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Now, the professionalism that Barnes brings to the floor is invaluable. I mean, he's someone that comes in and wants to contribute in any way he can.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Harry Giles comes in for Bielitsa. Fields checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for Fox. Now here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous. Well, when you think about the Kings, you know they are going to let it fly. The team is loaded up on players deadly from outside. They've adapted and embraced the long ball there.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
The Kings making a switch here. Bazemore's checked in. And the shooting with this Kings team last season, Chris, a major strength, as you said.
Yeah, and their whole offense has benefited from it, Kevin. I mean, they were 4th in the league in three-pointers last year. Finding points won't be a problem for the Kings going forward.
Three-pointer, Hill buries it from three-point range.
Hill doesn't fear anyone. Phenomenal at keeping his eyes on the rim. He enjoys sinking these tough shots.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Thunder. They trail by 1. Pass to Diallo. Ferguson for 3. Oklahoma City gets it back. From deep. Rebound by the Kings.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
The Kings making a switch here. Parker's checked in. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Joseph against Paul. Joseph the pass to Giles. And it's Beasley with the rebound.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Here's Gallinari. Lays it up off the glass. Gallinari's got his second bucket.
Listen, you can count on Paul to find the open man. His court awareness is simply off the charts.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Thunder up by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. It was a great friendship.
It's been a sort of long.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward position. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Muscala in at the center, locking down the middle. And it's the Thunder with the ball. And you see flashes of brilliance with Harry Giles. And eventually, Chris, you think he'll put it all together.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I do, Kevin. He missed so much time in both college and his entire rookie year. I mean, a little behind the curve in that regard, but the talent is clear. And there was a reason why he was once the top-rated player in the draft.
4 on the shot clock. And they pick up 2. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead. Back up to 3 now for the Thunder.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Feeds it to Parker. Over Gallinari. Parker's shot is off. Oklahoma City shooting 43% from the field. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one's not going to go. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the basket by Buddy Hield.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
You think about some of the most powerful dunks, Chris, the tomahawk jam reigning supreme. Do you prefer the one-handed or the two-handed jam?
Oh, man. That's
you did
tough.
both so well.
You know what? I prefer a body-to-body dunk over. Like, remember what Derrick Rose did over Dragic back in the day? Oh, my goodness, off the 2. Or how about Jordan playing against Atlanta when he pump fakes it with one hand like he's going to shoot it, goes down the lane and dunks on Tree Rollins. Just incredible. Or Blake Griffin dunking on anyone. Or Giannis dunking on anyone. Or Embiid dunking on anyone. Or how about LeBron dunking on anyone? So, me, I just want the showmanship. Doesn't matter if it's one hand, 2 hands, 2 legs, 1 leg, 360, or straight body to body. Just give me something.
Yeah.
Give me something.
I like that. Barnes laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Kings lead by 2.
And made only about a quarter of their shots in the first. Totally flat, but they bounced back and built the lead here with a much better second quarter.
Now here's Schroeder. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Dort. From about 19 feet, the putback, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now, here's Bielitsa. 14 points from him the last game against New Orleans.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
Schroeder dishes to Adams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Robertson can't hit. Kings have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Tries to save it. And they're on the break. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, the Kings. They're 10th best in the conference.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Well, it's possible we haven't seen them at their best yet. They've shown they can play with any team in the league. Now they need to do it every night, not just some nights.
Here's Schroeder. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Poked away and stolen by Barnes. And Fox has it in the corner. Shot from 12. And that one is good. And it's a 4-point Kings lead.
He's taking what he sees out there. I love seeing Fox torch the D from this end.
And Adams with the slam.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Now, here's Fox. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Down low, here's Ferguson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Fox with it. Passes it to Len. Over Adams. Adams, some nice D. It could go. No good on the last second attempt there.
That's a big part of Fox's upside. His ability to...
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And join us right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They kept at it on both ends. Thanks for joining us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Buddy Hield.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa, and it's Holmes in at the center position. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half.
Yeah, and the one thing that amazes me about Chris Paul is his awareness on the court. He knows exactly what is going on and what to watch for on each trip down the court.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
So it's the Thunder now. The Kings getting the bucket. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And with Paul, he's one of the most heads-up players in the game.
Oh, and personally, Kev, I would love to have played with a guy like Paul, who's always 100% focused on the game. Paul can rub some players the wrong way, but he's the closest thing to having a coach on the floor in the NBA.
Holmes, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Holmes got 4 points now in the quarter. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Thunder. A 2-point game. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. Just to calm down, play their game.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And stolen by Bielitsa. Inside, Fox. And he gets the basket. Officials. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Muscala after the Kings pick up 2. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Robertson. Here's Muscala, and he goes in for the dunk.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. And Fox has it in the corner. And he uses the glass on the layup. Fox has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And for the Thunder, one of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Lenz checked in for Joseph. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nerlens Noel checks in for Gallinari. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Robertson. Diallo, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. And it's the Thunder with the ball. The Kings getting the bucket. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Parker's got the lead up to 10 now for Sacramento.
And reading shot trajectories is a skill that Parker has worked on over the years.
Muscala gets the bucket. Muscala's got 7.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Back to Len. To the middle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, the new arena for the Kings looks amazing, C-Webb. Just how much has this meant to the city?
Oh, it means so much to the city, GA. I mean, ownership has been wonderful. It keeps the team here long-term. It's revitalized the whole downtown. Sacramento is a city that has thrived with the addition of this arena.
Here's Fox after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. They kick out to Heel. The shot comes out, so the Thunder will take it the other way. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Muscala finds Noel 6 feet out. Again, Oklahoma City.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
Pass to Giles. Over Muscala. And it's Giles missing. Thunder trailing by 4. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
3/4 of play in a close game here. Kings lead by 1. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Ferguson out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's Diallo in at the 2 guard. Here's Fox, hits it from about 6 feet away.
He's far from a shooter. I mean, Fox also has the ability to burn you from this area, too.
Diallo finds Adams. Here's Schroeder. Oh, good on the 3.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Yeah, Kevin, this is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Here's Adams. He doesn't hit that one, so the Kings will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10, and it's Fox with the jam.
Well, I like the imagination Fox brings to the court every game. He just finds a way to get himself going.
Adams in the high post. He kicks it to Schroeder. Shoots over Fox. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Misses in close. And stolen by Bielitsa. And that one drops. And the Kings lead by 7.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Here's Ferguson. Bank shot, no good. Here's Sacramento now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Not watching the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Paul outside. Sacramento grabs the miss. Holmes got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Back to Bielitsa. Launches a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And now it's a 10-point Sacramento lead. Fox against Paul. Here's Muscala. He's good with the little jumper in close.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Kings.
Back to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Driving with ferocity. I mean, when Fox puts it on the deck, he's fantastic at finding ways to finish.
And stolen by Barnes. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Bucket is good. Fox has got the lead up to 12 now for Sacramento.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. It value each possession.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Tipped away. And stolen by Bielitsa. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And nothing deters Bogdanovich. He enjoys going inside and forcing the D to make a move on him.
Injuries can play such a big part in a player's career. Which guys strike you, Chris, as the biggest what-if stories? Have they stayed healthy?
Wow. I mean, you got to start, in my mind, I got to go to a guy like Grant Hill. He was Mr. Triple-Double. He and Jason Kidd, to me, were almost the same players, just in different bodies. When Grant started his career off in Detroit, and to see him get injured, man, that just hurt me because he had so much potential. Even though he had a great career, I still think about him. How about Greg Oden? He got hurt in his senior year, had to shoot free throws with his left hand, and then he comes into the league, and the big fella just had to battle injuries, and feel sorry for that big fella because he was so skilled in the game.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go with a 3. Muscala hits the bucket. Muscala's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Now, here's Holmes. He's covered by Muscala. 6 on the shot clock. Bielitsa passes to Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Sacramento.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split 2 games apiece.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for De'Aaron Fox.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Alex Len comes in for Rashawn Holmes. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for Harrison Barnes. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
We've got 22 seconds left in the game. And he lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
So he gets them both. Baisley passes to Schroeder. Here's Nader. Here's Adams, and that falls.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
So it's the...
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You take a look at the Pelicans. They would be at the golf course if the playoffs happened today, looking to make a final push. And, of course, Sacramento tied up with them.
And I think for New Orleans, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the 5 spot. Here's Fox. Softly drops in the floater.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Getting good positioning close to the basket.
Ingram dishes to Holiday. New Orleans moving the ball around. Ball against Fox. Clock at 6. Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept that, in theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Fox passes to Holmes. Bogdanovich, that's for 2. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento. Holiday gets the bucket. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Stolen by Ball. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. Holiday's got his second bucket tonight.
Hey, you got to give Ball credit, Kevin. I mean, he's very good at using his length to poke balls away.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Bielitsa passes to Barnes. Banked in off the glass.
Can't allow Barnes that kind of good position in the post because once he has it, it's dinner time.
And the dunk by Williamson.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. And the 3 off target. New Orleans in the lead. Here's Williamson. Oh, what a dunk!
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Taken away by Holiday. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And that one's good. Ingram.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
The wide open look here for Fox. Sinks the triple. Fox has got 5.
Man, I tell you what, when Fox is making threes, he's hard to guard. That's a part of his game he's got to continue to work on.
Favors can't get it to go. And so Fox will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They trail by 1. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. With the tip, great positioning on the putback.
Even before Lonzo filled into his frame, he had a gift for rebounding, and the stronger he gets, I think the more of those he's going to come up with.
And the pass to Bielitsa. 36 seconds left in the first. A three from Bogdanovich. Bielitsa passes to Holmes. That misses off the backboard. Pelicans leading by 3. Ingram dishes to Holiday. Shoots the 3. The Pelicans get another chance here. And that one's good. Ingram.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Holmes finds Fox. 2 on the clock. Can't get the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And don't go away. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for New Orleans?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And it doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding has also been equally as impressive.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Hart. J.J. Redick is out there with Jackson. And it's Melly in at the 4 slot. Joseph against Jackson. Joseph the pass to Giles. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
Bazemore finds Hield, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Hart. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Hield outside. Back to Bazemore. Outside, Joseph to the left wing. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Hart, no good. Jackson against Hield. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Back to Bazemore. 5 on the clock. Giles the pass to Bazemore, and it's blocked. And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And he makes that one. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Connects from 3-point range.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Hart kicks to Redick. Hart the pass to Redick. Good on the triple. Redick's got 5 now.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Pass to Giles. Back to Joseph. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Nice job at staying under control. Try to contest Joseph all you want. He's zoned in on the basket.
Hayes controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Hayes has got his first 2 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Passes it to Bazemore. He kicks it to Len. All sorts of time. Rebounded by Hart. New Orleans leading by 12. Redick for 3. The offensive rebound. Hayes the pass to Redick. Overhealed. The shot by Redick, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And that one drops for him. Hield's got 5 points in the quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Hield against Redick. This one for 3. Doesn't go that time. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Their next game playing at home is the Nets coming to town. And that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Giles. Hart kicks to Hayes. Jackson passes to Redick. Overhealed. It's deflected.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Here's Joseph, and it's blocked. Pass to Hart. From deep three-point range. There's the pass to Redick. On the wing, Jackson. Redick can't get that one to fall. And we've reached halftime in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, a tremendous start for Zion Williamson. He had 8 points and 1 rebound. And that'll...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Zion Williamson with a strong contribution so far, guys, in this one.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Holmes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That is his first foul of the game. The Kings trail by 6. It's Bogdanovich on the wing, guarded by Holiday. Shoots from the baseline. Bogdanovich, no luck. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
And the rejection by Favors.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. Off the left rim and out.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Holiday with the 3. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 4 rebounds in this game. Ingram with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Holiday. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Holiday's got 6.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
Bogdanovich against Holiday. Fox kicks to Bjelica. Sacramento moving it around. Holmes passes to Bjelica. A second chance effort. Holmes can't get it to go in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Fox. Back to Holmes. Outside Bogdanovich. It's Bjelica. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Lobs it up there for Ingram. Hammers the alley-oop through. Mark, it seems that guards are rebounding now more than ever. What do you make of that trend?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a function of how the game is played. More and more teams play small ball, where they really don't have a big guy out there or a traditional center out there. You may have guards and wings, and oftentimes your tallest guy might be 6'8". So it makes it important for guards and everybody to rebound the ball. So I think you see more guards getting more rebounds because of teams playing small ball as a function of the three-point shot's importance in the game.
Sacramento making some changes. Jabari Parker's checked in for Rashawn Holmes, and it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Okafor's checked in and stolen by Bielitsa. Barnes finds Fox. And it's off from three-point range. New Orleans leading by 10. From 13. And it's Williamson missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist in this one.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Pass to Williamson. Out to Ingram. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ingram's got 9.
Ingram really graceful with the catch and shoot jumper. His lightning quick release allows him to get off his shot in no time.
Hield right side. And the layup's good off the glass. Hield's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Fox against Ball. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. Alex Len's checked in for Bielitsa. The Pelicans also changing it up. Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. Josh Hart comes in for Brandon Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Just 5 on the clock. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Oh, good on the triple. Hart kicks to Holiday. They get it back. Hayes. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll return shortly. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Jahlil Okafor is out there with Hayes. And it's Hart in at the 3, the small forward. Hield against Holiday.
You know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Fox never afraid to take it right at the defense on the drive. An excellent display of speed there.
Holiday dishes to Redick. Kicks to Hayes. On the wing, Holiday. Passes to Redick. Shot clock at 6. Over Hield. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Hawks, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
And he's good on the 3-ball. And that's 13 points for Barnes.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Redick for three. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
We all know Hield can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Len. And Giles is subbed in for Jabari Parker. And Derek Favors with the slam.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And Ball subbed in for Drew Holiday. Fox finds Holmes. The kick out to Barnes. The shot. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Giles.
Kevin, I like when Barnes is focused on moving the ball. I mean, it makes his team better. I love his willingness to get that ball moving.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Fox passes to Barnes. Pelicans with the rebound. Here's Melly. Kept alive.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Favors brings the double. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. So Favors will bring it up for New Orleans. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. And Redick kicks the ball. Outside for Redick. Lets the three fly. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game.
It's the main strength in Redick's game. His three-point shot. Lethal. This guy is a laser.
Three-pointer Hield. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Melly's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Pelicans.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
But, Greg, still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Parker's checked in for Richaun Holmes. Brewer comes in for Barnes. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Hield. And Farrell subbed in for Fox.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And here's more outside. A fresh 14 for New Orleans. Here's Bogdanovich. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And, you know, Brewer does a lot of things well, including passing the rock.
Here's Okafor, and then Okafor slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
5 seconds left in the fourth. Farrell for 3. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Dick